1077 The Bone. That is, of course, Led Zeppelin. And I am Nikki Blakk, and here in the studio with me, I have Jason Newsted. As promised,
Woo!
I have delivered. You are performing at the Red House in Walnut Creek, not just Friday, but Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
I have been told by the Red House that Friday is sold out.
Wow.
Yeah. Did they tell you that? They didn't tell you?
I'm excited.
I am too. It's going to be fun.
I came in here to have lunch. How are we doing?
Yeah, you know what? Somebody actually was watching the video from last time you were in here, and they made mention of you eating while we were talking. They were like, Jason didn't have time to get food on the way. And I'm like, you know what? We don't care. We are not that fancy.
No.
And
I'm so happy to be here. Can you hear me?
yeah, you might want to get a little closer to that
Hey,
microphone.
everybody, can you hear me?
If you put the
you
headphones
can?
on, you could hear yourself.
Can I do an endorsement for the Motor headphones?
Sure. I'm sure Lemmy would
And the
appreciate it.
upcoming new line of Listen to Metal headphones.
Yes, we have in the last 5 minutes inspired Jason to come out with his own line of headphones. Thanks, Lemmy.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Dr. Dre.
So the new band, Newsted Metal, for people who weren't with us last time around, you want to tell people all about it? Little
what
brief
happened?
history, the
What did
inception of the
happen?
project.
January 8th, we released the Metal EP with 4 songs, 22 minutes of old school metal. And it has somehow really got people's attention, and the fans are excited. Everybody's excited about it. So now we've lined up what ends up being, I don't know, almost 70 or 80 shows before us here, go around the world a little bit these next few months. So
That's a lot of shows.
tomorrow will be the launch of the whole deal at the Red House.
In Walnut Creek.
Right there in the backyard, man.
Right here. I love that.
Uh-huh.
I'm always telling boneheads, I'm like, we are really lucky to be in the Bay Area.
We are.
I don't think they understand it all the
As far as
time.
metal goes, we really are.
We get a little spoiled sometimes. We're like,
where it's invented, man.
what do you mean Testament's only playing twice this year?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean Jason Newsted sold out Friday? What? That's okay. We've got Saturday
Man,
now.
you know, it's that room holds what? 12 people, but still we sold it out. I mean, it's freaking awesome. It's a good feeling. Still right, sold out on it if you want.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, the Red House in Walnut Creek is a very, what they like to call an intimate venue. Mm-hmm. So the shows are going to be up close and personal, and I'm assuming loud.
Yeah, it'll be loud. It holds 220 people, and so all those tickets went pretty quick, and friends knew about it. Now, put on the second night, Saturday the 20th, and so tickets are still available. Will be available for that for a little while. So get some if you want to come and share it. I really want everybody to check it out. I'm very excited about this. I really am. First time my name on something, my songs and my words and my voice and all that. Pretty freaking exciting.
It's coincidentally 420. Do you know approximately what time your set time is going to be for people who are going to like the daytime 420 festivals to roll over afterwards?
9 o'clock showtime.
Oh, bitchin'. Yep. See? So you can do all your 420 in the
all
park
that
stuff and then catch a nap.
I didn't even catch time. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
this is going to be really fun.
It's going to be extra fun. Yeah.
Oh, my. So let's see. Oh, can I think about what we're going to play? That might change things as far as...
Think so?
Yeah, because we have 21 songs we put together since October of last year.
Wow.
So we only can't play all those in the set that we have, the time that we have
That's a lot.
for tomorrow. But we can pick out maybe like the stonier ones for that day and like the heavier, sludgier ones.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Jason. Okay, let's do that.
The inception of a set list.
That's
It just happened.
great.
It just
That's
happened
so
live
cool.
on the air at
I need to
1077
hang
The
out
Bone.
with you guys more often.
I hope so. We like it when you come by. It's convenient.
It is
For
too.
all of
Thank
us.
you very much. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'll be over here if you need me, you guys.
Yeah, we're here. Jason Newsted in the studio with us tonight, and of course, we are giving away tickets. Since Friday is sold out, it's okay. You can relax. We have tickets to give away to Saturday's show. It's this Saturday, April 20th, at the Red House in Walnut Creek. The tickets are on sale now at redhouselive.com. Seeing as how Friday is sold out, you probably want to get your Saturday tickets in advance if you can. And we will give you a pair of tickets right now at 888-303-BONE. 1077 The Bone. That is Van Halen and Unchained. I'm Nikki Blakk, and I don't know what just happened over there. All I know is there are boys giggling, and that's always a bad sign. I'm not going to ask. Jason Newsted is in the studio with us tonight. His new band, Newsted, is performing at the Red House in Walnut Creek Friday and Saturday. That's tomorrow and Saturday, 420. And tickets are sold out for Friday night, but tickets are still available for Saturday night at redhouselive.com. So for people who... I don't know, maybe have been under a rock for the last 6 months. You want to tell them about Newsted and how it came about and your new lineup?
You know what this is?
Wacky waving inflatable arm guy. Wacky waving inflatable
That's
arm
the
guy.
high sign. No. Oh, what's happening? Oh, yes. We decided to play some metal for the people.
Yes.
We recorded the EP and put that thing out, and it was just, well, at first, before we put it out, it was supposed to be just kind of a thing for our own selves to have in the truck to blast and everything. Then one dude played it for the next dude, played it for the next dude, and then I guess the EP came out, more people heard it, and then we got some offers about labels, and then we started doing auditions for a fourth member, guitar players. And about 7 weeks ago, we got Mike Mushok from Staind in the band that we're very happy about. I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
We all are.
Are Staind fans happy about it?
I'm not sure. I'm not real familiar with Staind, but Mike is an exceptional instrumentalist, so.
And I think Staind has been on hiatus for quite some time now, so I don't think this will come as a huge shock to anybody.
Well, he's having a chance to really spread out, though. And he was trained from the Shrapnel School of shred guitarists, like back in the Tony McAlpine was one of his teachers and stuff.
Okay.
And he's that way, and he's coming out, and he plays 7-string guitar and baritone and stuff, so it makes the heavy stuff heavier, and it makes the power trio we had going for the EP is really cool and everything. But now the mic's in for the 4-piece. We were always going to be 4-piece live anyway. We found the right guy, so very excited about it.
So the EP out and received very well, and I don't think it's a secret that you've been recording like crazy at the Chop House, right?
Sure, yes, yeah. For the first time, I'm making a real record at the Chop House. I've had for 21 years, so that's really kind of a landmark for us.
How many songs are you working on now? You said you got 21 that you're tossing around for the set list to choose from.
Right. We're delivering 13 to the label in May. So we're just finishing up actually the first mix. I will hear the first mix when I get home tonight of the first thing. Mike Frazier from Bob Rock School of Things and helped us with Metallica records for 20-some years is mixing the album. So some people from that same school are helping that record it and mix it. I'm very excited about that. They know what's up with the power of the thud and the color of the music and everything. So
the power of the thud.
Yeah.
I like that. That's going to be my quote from now on about your music. The power of the thud. So as we mentioned earlier, these shows at the Red House in Walnut Creek are going to kick off, you said 70 to 80 shows around the world over the next year. How many of those are you allowed to?
No, that's just until August.
Oh, just until August.
Yeah.
How many of those are you allowed to elaborate on? Because I don't think all of that's been announced yet,
it hasn't.
right?
So we have these first 6 or 7 that are in California, and then we go to Vegas for a minute. Then we do a festival in Phoenix at the beginning of May. And that's it for that batch on this side of the country. Then in May, we do another 7 in the Midwest and a little bit in the East, there, New York and Boston and stuff. Kind of the main thing is to bust the rust off the band, try to get it going in front of some people here and kind of punk rock vibe in smaller places where we can all see each other and really be rocking. And then the festivals, in June we're playing 13 countries over, I don't know how many shows it is, 24, 26, 28, something like that. Donington and Sonosphere and Hellfest and Grass Pop and all the cool things. Second and third stages, but good positioning on those stages and just ready to earn it back again, and really all I have to do is reaffirm with everybody what they kind of already know, but that's what it's all about now. I haven't been in Europe for 13 years, and the years that I did put in before that, the 15 before that I did play there lots, has been appreciated and become a little bit legendary, I guess, not by my words, but by others. And so now going back, everybody seems very excited about it. I know I am. It is kind of a new start, again, in that way. Like, I haven't been there for so long that it's exciting in a new way again, instead of being maybe a little bit daunting. I think it's really more stimulating.
And is a lot of this excitement coming from the social networks that you are now a part of?
Absolutely. The outpouring of respect and appreciation from the generations of listeners of metal music, and especially Metallica family or related things, has been fantastic, overwhelming.
And you have been answering questions personally on Twitter and on Facebook. What are some of the questions that you have answered that you thought were particularly interesting, that you didn't think people were wanting to know?
I like when people see or ask about or are interested about the relationship between my music and my paintings and where that comes in. A lot of people seem to want to know what that's about, or if you channel from the same place, you tap into the same realm or whatever it is you tap into to get the creative thing going. They ask if it's similar. How do you do it? How do you tie them together? How do you make them the same? What's the thread that runs through them? And that always has been fascinating to myself as I see the paintings come out, because it's really a lot like the music. I only know a certain amount of music and just certain chords that we play Metallica songs and whatever over through time and Voivod and whatever. It's somewhat limited, but it's metal. I know the stuff that I know, and I play the crap out of it. That's really what it is. And the same with painting. I kind of pick up the colors that I know, and I just go for that. I don't really plan it before. You just channel and let it happen. So it's very similar. Both those things are very similar, and the intensity is equal in both. There's a lot of commonalities. You can see it's from the same hands and brain.
But since you've been absorbed in the music for a while, is the painting just on hiatus until you decide you want to go back to it, or are you still kind of like painting as well as working on the music?
I really haven't had a minute edgewise to do anything other than music once this thing took off. I miss it a lot. I wish I was two people sometimes to be able to go and do that and come back with having all the gunk all over me in my hands and everything, but not, but I have to go and play the guitar, then that doesn't work real good. But also the attention of it all. I'm putting all of this 110% into the band right now. And, it's my chance to do something, man. My name on something, it's a big deal to me.
And painting is not like a hobby you can do on the road. It's not like knitting.
No, I do still draw and all that kind of thing, try to keep that going. But as far as the on the canvas, throwing yourself into it and all that, I haven't been able to do that for quite some time. So I've thrown myself into the music, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. This is what I'm supposed to be doing with the most of the years that I have been given so far and that I will be given. I'm supposed to be playing music, so trying to chase it again.
Do you have an ETA on the full album?
Well, like I was talking about a little earlier, Mike Mushok has been in the band for almost 2 months now, and we have completed the album.
And despite hitting the ground running, he still needs a little bit of...
We finished the album together as a 4-piece band, so we have been kicking a lot of ass. I mean, every day working hard, no question about it. It's one of the reasons that I am so pleased with Mike being in the band is his work ethic. He's serious. He gets down to business and all that kind of thing. Knows how to have fun, but really knows how to take it serious and work hard with me, just like the other guys do. We have been working very hard. We're all excited to show off a bit, just like anybody does when they get, recognition. It's all about everybody likes applause and appreciation and stuff. So we're looking forward to that. But since I've been away for quite a while on any kind of serious part of this thing, since 2003 with Ozzy was the last full blown up to my neck kind of real touring that I did. That's a long time, and many things have changed. So taking it out to the people, letting them know where I'm going to be through the social networks and all that, I think that's kind of a cool thing to let them know I'm going to be there for sure. But delivering the music to the people, really taking it to them, that hasn't changed. Town by town and looking in everybody's eyes and making sure it's happening. No matter how big the crowd is, it has to be the same approach as when it is kind of a starting over thing in the way that I can't wait. It doesn't matter how many people are out there. I think I'm underestimating some of the stages and some of the crowds that we're going to see in Europe and stuff. And I'm saying to my boys, well, it'll be a couple thousand or whatever like that. And I know back here that it's going to be more than that. And
a little bit.
Pieces, there's some people that are going to be really happy to see us. So I'm excited about that. It's a new chance for me to kind of take off and do my own thing. I get to be, it's good to be the king, and I am right now of this thing. So it's happy, man. It's a happy thing. Happy and metal is possible.
So you think we'll see the record maybe summer?
I didn't answer the question because I'm having so much damn time. I'm just babbling, having
That's
such a good time.
No, we like to let you muse.
The adrenaline is already flowing, so just imagine what happens when it kind of lets, okay.
I figured the last time you were able to muse off, you started recreating a set list on Saturday, so right. I'm letting you go, man.
So what happened was we wrote some songs, and last week or 2 weeks, about a week ago, right about now, some record company dudes came up from Los Angeles to listen to some of the music. It's the first time in 21 years that I've had any record company dudes in the Chop House, because we've always just done our own thing by our own rules. So having them come in was a little bit weird, and I was a little uptight, but we had it set up pretty good. And the guy came in saying, I'm not sure what to expect, or I wasn't sure what to expect, and listened to the songs. I had 9 I was going to play. He wanted to listen to 15 eventually, and said that we've outdone the EP, and he's really excited about making it all happen. And so it took 5 songs back to play for his people, and we'll see what happens, man. It's a good thing. It's better than him just going, that's interesting, or whatever. So he took 5 with him. We want to show him off. That's all right, man. I'm good with that. Just out of our room out there. Come on. We've been making noise in there for a long time, and finally it gets captured the right way. Pretty cool.
So if the album gets out this year, it gets out this year, and if not,
What album?
next year.
Are we talking about what date the album's coming out? I wanted to finish. That was part one of the story. Dude said records. We got some great songs here, and so probably we're going to want to take some time to roll it out. We're looking at the early fall to roll out the full LP from Newsted. So just the EP or EPs were intended, I think, initially to be primers for what was coming on the LP. And so that's what's happened here. There will be a couple of new re-recorded versions of the same songs you shared on the EP on the LP, but I plan on putting on a good chunk of music. I'm calling it the headbang for the buck. Has to come on like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a bunch of music on there for people to enjoy so we can do some shows revolving around that amount of time. These advice from different people, record company agents and all this kind of things, say 44, 48, 47 minutes, whatever for a record. I think it should be longer than that. I think it should be a whole bunch of music for everybody to enjoy. Let it play round and round and round and get into it and be able to dig through and just dissect it and learn the words. And
you don't want to deal with that whole 8 songs for the album, hold 2 back for the Japanese release, standard kind of
blah,
blah.
I want to have 10 or 11 for the standard album and 2 for the bonus for Japan and Australia. So it can be, they can have their extra.
Yeah.
Sure, that's part of the deal. We already know that's part of the program. Yeah. But I want to give that big chunk first so everybody can get what they're, appreciate it.
And in the meantime, the EP...
We did it. We captured it. Why not share it now,
And in the meantime, the EP is available on iTunes.
Always. EP will always be available from newstedheavymetal.com and all of the, the store on there and everything. That's always going to be there. And iTunes is going to be there forever. It's the instant classic.
And then for people who want to catch as much of the new music as possible, they should catch you when you're out in concert, specifically this weekend at the Red House in Walnut Creek. Tickets are on sale now at redhouselive.com for Saturday. Friday is sold out. If you didn't hear that earlier, score.
Yep. And all week we're playing California shows, so keep your eyes on Newsted Heavy Metal to check out all the tour dates there.
And we will give away a pair of tickets right now at 888-303-BONE. 1077 The Bone and Black Sabbath. That is brand new from them. The song is called God Is Dead. It's from their forthcoming LP, 13. I'm Nikki Blakk, and Jason Newsted is in the studio with me tonight. You're no stranger to Ozzy.
Oh, or Black Sabbath. I mean, you can't say anything. They invented it, so that's awesome that they're back together and still trying. It's great.
How do you feel about the new song? It's getting a lot of mixed reviews.
If you listen closely, though, he says, "I don't believe that God is dead."
That's true. I think it's kind of cheeky to call the song "God Is Dead," knowing full well that that's going to go out in the press as the title, and people who don't know or don't listen to it are going to get all up in arms over nothing.
Black Sabbath hasn't been anything new to them for 40 years. That's what they do.
I've been checking out some of the response online from people today, and I get the impression that people were just had these odd expectations of what they thought a Sabbath album was going to be. And for me personally, I think that's exactly what I thought a Sabbath album should sound like.
What expectations? They can't do anything wrong? Okay, you invented it. Yeah. How are we to tell you what it is right or wrong? You decide what is right or wrong for this. I mean, come on now, you guys. All we can do is enjoy it and be together and be happy that they're doing it. That's it. Any kind of judgment of the inventors? Come on, man. Lighten up a little bit.
Exactly. Any Ozzy stories from when you toured with them that you remember? Good times?
Longest show of my life I played with Ozzy.
The longest?
Yep. 3 hours and 1 minute.
Oh, my God.
We played in Montreal on Ozfest. And I had already played 45, 47 minutes with Voivod a couple hours earlier. Actually, on that one, I had only played with him an hour earlier. So I actually did almost 4 hours within 6 hours' time.
Was it intentional to be a 3-hour set? Or?
It was. Montreal always is very, very good for metal, and especially because Voivod was there, so that was a big thing. And then Ozzy came on; they were happy to see him, of course. But he just started going for it. He was really feeling good that day. I'm not sure what was up, but he was having a good one, and he started calling out all kinds of songs that we had never rehearsed before. I think there was 6 that we never rehearsed. It was Mike Borden and Zach Wild and myself, and we had rehearsed quite a few. But that night we played 28 songs, and 6 of them we had never played together. And fortunately, I had studied Sabbath, they're my earliest and main teachers, right? Geezer Butler's my number 1 teacher. So when he yelled out something, I just had to dig back through all the resin and all the funk and all the other songs and think about, it was one, I swear to God, man, he goes, "The Wizard!" Right? And I look back over there, and he gets the harmonic, and he's kind of off the mic over here, and he's going, like that, right? And I'm like, okay, like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. And we get it, and we go through in the fair version. He just does what he can and tries to remember the words, and they're going by on the teleprompter, and he's trying to follow them the best he can and stuff. And the letters are like this freaking big, man. And they're trying to go by, so it's like one song per screen. I mean, one word. One word per screen.
It's like flashing.
Generals gather in there, man. Like, whoa, man. But no, I remember a long set and all kinds of cool Sabbath songs that I learned from. Unfortunately, the difference a lot of time between now and then with that kind of thing, that was my turntable, me in the basement with learning the bass track back, learning the bass track, back.
Mm-hmm.
So it went all the way in there. It's in there 40 years later for me to still, or 35 anyway, for to go in and get it. Right, still in there.
Yeah.
The stuff, as I'm trying to learn, like, all my chords on guitar, like these kind of chords right now, and I'll go on the internet and try to learn Radiohead song or whatever like that, or Motorhead or Neil Young or something, and I can just learn it. Then I can try to come back tomorrow and go, and I have to look up this, because I wasn't digging it in, man. It wasn't going deep in there. So those ones went deep in, so when he called them out, I was able to get them. I was able to find them somewhere.
Wow, that the muscle memory and the memory just
like
work
that.
together out of
Gray
nowhere.
matter and the black metal and the something or other all mixed up real nice.
Magic. And it's funny because I think a lot of people have the impression of Ozzy as not being that kind of a spontaneous guy who would do that sort of thing. I think he got kind of a bad rap with the MTV show that they did. People mistakenly assumed that Ozzy was kind of bumbling or maybe not altogether there, and I think what they missed was that he was probably on drugs most of the time that they were filming that show.
That part is true. We can't talk a whole lot about that, but he did have a bunch of different doctors giving him a bunch of different stuff when I was around, and it's he tried his best. But the one thing, my deduction of all of it, hanging around him for the time that I did, he is like one of the original rock and roll fans. He still is the biggest rock and roll fan. The stereo that he has in his setup room at the shows, like his warm-up, his dressing room, it has Marshall grill covers on it, and it's probably, I don't know, 4,000 or 6,000 watts of just stereo, and it's in this small room wherever you happen to be going, in one of those rooms like a hockey room, whatever, and as he put it, the knob only goes clockwise. Right? And so he
just keeps turning it up
and he'll call you in. He'll be ready like 4 hours before the show. He'll be in his silks, man. He's all good to go with the and he's all good to go. And his black coffee and just ready to go, man. And come on, let's listen to this. And it's Led Zeppelin, man. And he just takes it to freaking 12, boom, like that. I mean, there's skin's peeling back. He's like, yeah, mate, yeah, that kind of thing.
You're like a Maxell commercial.
Full on rock and roll fan from the get go, no matter how they try to break it up or chop it up or portray him or talk smack or whatever, he still is that through and through rock and roll fan.
As are you, Jason Newsted.
That's true.
The new project, Newsted, is performing at the Red House in Walnut Creek this Friday and Saturday. Tickets are on sale for Saturday only. Friday is sold out at redhouselive.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that did you say you had 21 songs that you were working from for the set list, or 21 songs that you're going to play?
We have 21 we're working from our originals, and then I'm pulling out some other stuff to try to keep it interesting. That I feel I have the right to play a few Metallica songs. They won't ever be in their entirety, I don't think. And the ones like the Blackened and My Friend in Misery and what's the other one? Where the Wild Things Are.
All right.
So from the newer records, as it were, that's the only ones that I have writing credit on. So I can play a piece of those to let everybody kind of know what's going on with that, or just a reminder or something.
Well, you could play any song that you wanted at all,
but I don't want to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I could have. I came 13, almost 12 and a half years since I've been on Metallica, right? I don't think that I've ridden on their coattails or the laurels or that kind of thing. I just keep doing my own thing. I'm very proud of what I did with that band. Nobody can ever take it away from us or from me, right? So that's going to be that. But I'm moving on to my own stuff. I still am going to share with the people what that I guess I'm famous for in that band. What I did in my part in that band a little bit. I'll touch on it a little bit, just so they're reminded, don't forget where this is coming from, that kind of thing. So there's been 2 singers in Metallica in 31, 32 years, right? James Hetfield and myself. I sang a little bit, but I did sing some songs, 3 or 4 or whatever like that. So those ones I'll be touching on. And then I'll pepper it with some other things, like Motorhead and all the things we have to put in. Just
The
to make it
influential
fun.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because it's bass and I'm the lead bass guy now, singing and everything, I got to put some, tip my hat to Lemmy on a couple of full versions of some serious Motorhead tracks.
I don't think anybody's ever going to complain about that.
No, they will not.
Jason Newsted at the Red House in Walnut Creek this Friday and Saturday. Tickets on sale now at redhouselive.com. And we have a pair of tickets to give away for the Saturday show right now. If you give me a call at 888-303-BONE. 1077 The Bone. That is Alice in Chains and Heaven Beside You. I'm Nikki Blakk, and beside me is Jason Newsted.
Boys can sing.
Right?
Man.
Jason's new band, Newsted, is going to be performing at the Red House in Walnut Creek tomorrow and Saturday. Tickets are on sale now at redhouselive.com, but only for the Saturday show because Friday is sold the F out.
Woo! And we also
Sweet.
have lots more metal coming at the California fans.
Yes.
Next week, Tuesday the 23rd, we're at San Jose Rock Shop. Wednesday the 24th, we're at the Starline in Fresno. Friday the 26th, we're at the Alley in Sparks, Nevada. 27th, Saturday, we're at the Ace of Spades in Sacramento. That's a week from Saturday in Sacramento. And then we're playing the Roxy in Los Angeles for a showcase on May 1st. So, pretty excited about all that. Got a lot of California shows coming up to play for our friends. And come out and see some old school metal, man. We'd love to see you.
And you are up for a Golden God Award.
I know. What's up with that?
Yeah.
That's kind of, that was a surprise, actually, I got to say. Really was kind of interesting.
How did they, because I mean, it's a weird, award shows are always a little awkward.
Yes.
Because there's always somebody who everybody's like, really? How did you ignore this person? And then there's always somebody who everybody's like, really? Why did you pick this person? But for them to have like put you in the mix, how are you feeling about it? Are you like, awesome, they found me? Or are you kind of like,
At different times through my career, you have peers become heroes, become peers. Heroes become heroes. That goes.
Mm-hmm.
Lemmy's in the contest. Steve Harris, Geddy Lee, and that are all in the same column. These guys are who I learned from. So when you have that kind of thing and you're in the same, heroes become peers. Yeah, it's
just a cool club.
It's
at that
kind
point.
of it's kind of overwhelming sometimes. Still to this day, like we're talking about rock fans, all that. We're still rock fans through and through. I'm still a fan of those guys. So to be in the same category is not. It sometimes can't quite get a hold of it, actually.
So when
But
you
I'm
were
proud anyway.
when you were putting together the music for Newsted, what do you feel like you had any direct influences that you were kind of pulling from, or things that were bouncing around your head, or did it just kind of all pour out?
I think that the influences are worn on both sleeves very plainly. It's Motorhead and Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and some Voivod and things like that in there. It's all the experiences. Really is a culmination of all the cool experiences I've got to have so far. You think about, I've had a privilege of playing with some of the best players that we've had in our genre for the last bit. Between Hetfield and Kirk and them guys, right? Just like that, obvious. But Zakk Wylde and Warren Haynes, and I mean, it's some badasses. Andreas from Sepultura, Devin Townsend, any of those cats, the players through all time, Tony Iommi did that track. I mean, come on, that's kind of, I just want to be a big sponge with my eyes really wide open, try to get some of that, and after all those years of taking that in, now I spit it out with this hour and a half of whatever music we're going to share with people. That's what it comes down to, though. I think it's pretty obvious where that came from. If there wasn't Lemmy, there wouldn't be me. That's the obvious thing on this record a lot.
I was just thinking that since my boss is out of town, he's not going to know if I play a Newsted song outside of the metal zone.
I think that'd be so great.
And I was thinking maybe a little King of the Underdogs.
That's fine.
We could bust that out.
Sure.
Anything you want to say about the song? Set it up. Tell people about it a little bit. It's available on the EP.
It is. Newstedheavymetal.com. You can find the EP and all that stuff. It's out there and on iTunes as well. And it's good to be the king.
Even if you're the king of the underdogs.